Well, this is screaming I haven't seen in some time. Hell yeah, it is! This is Myst III Exile! I'm your Phantom Safety Pin, and welcome back. It has been 15 long years since I played this game, and man, I'm just so glad to be back. So, let's see what Atrus has been up to recently. Let's see if this works. I've had to learn some new things to get this working. OBS would not record it, so I had to learn how to use Steam's recording tool. So let's see where it takes us.
I realized as our group linked back to Dunny that we should not restore the city as we had planned. The once magnificent buildings lay in ruin, a testament to the hatred that had consumed them. Too many people had fallen victim to that hate, to the prejudice and greed from which it sprang. Gazing out across the cavern, I decided to write another age, one that would help the Dunny survivors begin again, free from the tragedies of their past. So with my wife, Catherine, supporting me, I put aside that past to write a future. More than a year has gone by since I finished writing Relishon. I have a new daughter, who I hope will someday link to that age with me. And as I imagine Yisha meeting the Dunny, those brave men and women who are building a new life for themselves, I realize I've been given another chance as well. A chance to learn from my mistakes and leave the past behind me once and for all.
Man, 15 years and I still get chills watching that intro.
Breathtaking, isn't it?
I still get chills watching that intro, man. So welcome to Myst III Exile. You'll notice we are in point-and-click mode again. This game came out in 2001, and was the first in the series that had a 3D look-around feature. That was fairly new to the series. However, it was still node-based movement. Kind of the first, interpretation of 3D movement in the series. Let's do as Katran says and turn around.
We call it Tamana. We moved here after Atrus finished writing Relishon. He wanted us to have a new home too.
Oh, really?
I'm so glad to see you. I told Atrus our paths would cross again. He was just going to grab something for your trip to Relishon, so he shouldn't be terribly long. Unless he decides to check over the whole house first, which means he could be hours resetting all his padlocks.
Oh, is he paranoid?
But I know he was looking forward to introducing you to the Dunny, so he shouldn't be terribly long.
I'm interested to meet them.
Why don't you wait in his study?
Sure thing, Katran. Now, where is his study? So, as we see, we are 10 years after the events of Riven, and 1 year after the events of Atrus in the Book of Dunny, where he wrote a book for an age called Relishon, which is a new home age for the Dunny.
I'm sorry, the other door.
Oh, well, you should have said that the first time, Katran. Well, as I was saying, this is their new home age Tamana. That means home in Dunny. Relishon means, I think...
This is exactly what Atrus needs right now. I haven't been able to get him out of the house for months. Ever since he found his journals out of place. But seeing how well the Dunny have settled in on Relishon should help him to finally relax.
So he seems like he's being a little paranoid. I'm sure nothing could go wrong, right? Everything's probably fine. Anyway, as I was saying, Relishon, I believe, means the whole in Dunny. And it was written as a sort of salvation age for remnants of the Dunny culture that were found from other ages that survived the fall. You can imagine how long it must have taken him to do all that. And I'm not going to spoil anything for the Book of Dunny if you're really interested in reading that one, because it's really a very good story, and you really should read the Myst Readers. They're all on online for free. I believe they're under the Wayback Machine, the Internet Archive project. So why don't we take a look look around his, study. Okay, what's this? Oh. That's clearly the ribbon linking book. It doesn't work anymore, as we can see. He no longer has to write in it, but the age is dead. So we've got an assortment of things here. Looks he's still interested in crystals. Oh. Catherine and Yisha, or rather Katran and Yisha. If you'd like to read this, you can pause and you can read it. I will take this time to point out that this, again, this game, and I apologize for coughing, I'm getting over a little bit of a cold. This game takes place, again, 10 years after Riven, wherein Atrus and Katran go to find the remnants of the Dunny civilization and bring them to Releashan. It appears that he's been having some security issues in Tomana, and he's been trying to figure out if maybe anyone is left in some of his ages that his sons have destroyed the books to. He's concerned maybe there's a trespasser from one of those ages. Oh? Seems he still remembers his sons, Sirius and Akinar, despite how horrible they were. I mean, what can you do? They're your sons. This appears to show them settling on Releashan. Or perhaps on Terani, which is the age that he got a lot of survivors from. It would appear this shows actually Tiana's journeys and her discovery that the Dunny have been killed. Interesting. And I did point out in the Riven Let's Play that the Dunny fell due to a plague, a genetically engineered plague. But I don't want to go into too much detail in case you do want to read the Book of Dunny yourself. Which I highly recommend you do read the Myst III books, Book of Atrus, Book of Tiana, and Book of Dunny. They add a lot of context to the games, and they're really, really good in general. So here you see Atrus and some crew members finding what's remnant of the Dunny civilization underground. And Tomana, as you've seen, is deserty. It is actually on Earth. We are on Earth right now. Some more clips of him kind of figuring out what to do and bringing the survivors to Releashan. Of course, here's the Book of the Hour itself. Releashan. Now, I don't know what any of this Dunny text reads, but if anybody wants to I'm sorry. Take their hand at translating it. Feel free.
Well, my friend, I see you found the Releashan book.
Oh, hi, Atrus, how you doing?
You've been here for some time. I'm sorry if I've kept you waiting.
Been here 5 minutes.
Gone a few days. I needed to secure some of my things.
Smart.
And I also wanted to bring you this. It's a journal I kept while I was writing Releashan. I thought you might find it interesting to read about what I'd hoped to achieve. Compared
thank
to
you.
what the age truly is. Well, just let me get my keys to unlock Releashan and we'll be off.
Smart plan. Let's go.
Oh, and I'm interested in hearing what you've been up to in recent months.
Same, man. Wait, what's that? Who are you? Brad Durin?
No!
No, Brad, no! Brad, I need you to put that down! Brad, you need that book! Brad! No! Brad!
Releashan!
Well, we gotta save it! We don't have time! Surely nothing bad could happen from linking before we leap, right? Oh, wait. I don't have a way back. That's, that's kind of bad, isn't it? Well, maybe we can find one after we get this book back for Atrus. I mean, we're in a bit of a crisis right now. Hey! Come back here! Where are you going? Stop! Come back here! We need to have some words! Hey! Well, Brad Durov has stolen the Releashan book, and we're kind of down the cold. Of course it's locked. Yeah, of course it's locked. Damn it. Just a little too fast for us, that Brad Durov. I guess that's what I get for playing with dolls, right? So where are we exactly? We didn't even see the book that we linked into on. We don't know what this age is called. We don't know where we are. Just a nice slice of the middle of nowhere. Huh. Some interesting things here. some sort of puzzle of some sort. Welcome to Myst III Exile, like I said. So that guy up there, who we'll finally learn the name of a little bit later, has stolen the Relishon book, and we need to get it back. Because, of course, as I've said, Atrus' people are in there. Let's take a look around this age first, though. All sorts of stuff, huh? All sorts of puzzles and levers I don't think we should touch just yet. Oh? Oh, what happened to this one? Looks kind of broken. Weird. I guess we'll have to look into that later. There's all sorts of tusks around. Nothing that we can really press to open it. I wonder what that symbol there means. I guess we'll have to figure it out later. Yeah, that kind of looks like that thing over there. Must be the way to open this tusk, I wonder. So like I said, Myst III Exile came out in 2001. At the time, these textures and this design and this makeup for the game was very much a new thing. This was very highly realistic for the time. It was, and you'll also be listening to in the background the lovely music by composer Jack Wall. You'll notice it kind of blends together a little bit as we move around. He wanted to sound like a movie soundtrack. Because Robin Miller at this point had stepped down, this game is not created by Cyan. If you saw at the very beginning, it's created by Presto Studios, which is no longer with us. Presto Studios created the Journeyman project, and they were one of the many companies who bid on the rights to actually create the next Myst game, while Cyan was busy creating what would become Uru Live, and then Uru Ages Beyond Myst. So, Cyan wanted to kind of continue the Myst story, but they had their own things they were working on, and Presto was the one who ended up winning that bid. Now, Presto Studios did a lot of research for this game, trying to make it be as much like the Myst series that came before Riven and Myst as possible, down to trying to make it as much like Rand and Robin Miller would do as possible. And in fact, it is considered to be kind of a return to form for the series. It's one of the games that kind of went back to the original Myst formula, whereas Riven was a big spread-out world of several islands. This goes back to the hub world setup. It just kind of, goes back to basics. All sorts of interesting things, huh? That looks like a thing maybe we should look at later. What a strange plant that is. Lots of strange plants, huh? Oh, no time at the present. It's kind of pretty here. Very pretty water. Oh yes, that old classic effect for the water. Very classic. Yeah, what's over there? Oh. More things I don't think we should be too terribly concerned about yet. Well, no time like the present. Let's see what lies down here. We gotta get up into that tower to go chase after that dude, and the only way in seems to be this way. Oh. Huh. Well, that solves that issue for us. Looks like he's got things locked up tight. Pushes a convenient button. Very easy. Well now, towers are very... Oh, what's that? Ooh. I don't like that music at all. It's eerie. Well, now we're in this tusk, and we can kind of look around. Looks like this guy's, been making a little home here for himself. He's quite the artist. I wonder why the eyes are smudged out like that. Strange. Interesting dye he's using for paint, too. I hope that's not blood. Looks too red to be blood. What's he got here? Oh. Looks like 3 of these crystals. Rather, 4 of these crystals. And so 1 metal. Yeah. A weapon of some sort of hammer. Very fine construction for what it is. Looks like it'd hurt if it hit ya. You can see that's metal. Oh, what's this? Looks like he's been doing experiments. Interesting. So electricity can make certain kinds of stone float. We'll have to remember that for later. Oh, I can click on this? Okay. What's that do? Oh. It also opens that plant. What we are seeing here is puzzle solutions, or rather, hints to puzzles we'll find in the ages later. It's meant to be a little bit of a clue to kind of help you with something else in the game later, which is another kind of like return to form, because this kind of does that a little bit too. What's this? Some paints and stuff. Another scale. Looks like 4 wood balances 1 crystal. So wood is lighter than crystal, and crystal is lighter than metal, which makes sense. What's that over there? Oh wait, what's over there? Oh. Oh. Looks like he found his journal, his diary. I don't think I'll mind if we take a look through. I mean, he seems terribly unstable, but don't have anything else better to do. Looks like this guy has been here for some time. Savidro. Looks he's very angry at Cirrus and Akinar as well. Maybe Atrus as well. Looks like he's looking for revenge on Atrus, which makes sense. It would explain why he stole that book. Oh. All sorts of interesting hints and notices for what he's done to fix things, looks like. Obviously it might be important later, but not now. Might as well, since we're here, also look at Atrus' journal. And this kind of catalogs his movements, what he did for 10 years between our returning home from Riven and our meeting him here in Tamana here. Looks like he has been working very hard and looking for more information. It also appears that he's been working on Tomana and some other books. It also goes back into his past a little bit. Well, we've got some information in here. Certain things seem to be bold in here, but I don't think we have anything that can be really helpful. Looks like he's been kind of taking a look to make sure nothing's happened in his absence. So we found Savidro's little home here on Jananan, and we know he seems to be up in the tower. That's gotta be Savidro. I don't see anyone else here. Do you? I mean, that seems to be his journal. He seems to have lived here. He seems to know this place and know exactly how to get there. Damn fast at climbing, too. With a book in his hand. That's hard work. That takes a lot of work. Dude's fast as And of course, I did call him Brad Dourif earlier. That's a joke, obviously. Of course that's Brad Dourif playing Savidro. He puts on a very intense and dynamic performance here, which is really great to see. I believe he is now retired. He also played Grima Wormtongue. He is the voice of Chucky in the Child's Play series. He played Grima Wormtongue in the Lord of the Rings films, as well as many other roles. He has a long history in horror, especially. Which is kind of funny to me now that we're playing a game that has another Brad Dourif appearance after I've played so much Dead by Daylight. Let's see what happens if we go up. Looks like that's broken. Huh. Something we'll have to fix later, I guess. Wonder where this takes us. Oh. Hey, hello?
Savidro?
Atrus?
Is that you?
No.
Come to rescue your book so soon?
I'm not Atrus, my friend.
Not yet, old friend. Not yet.
Here's his eyesight's none too good either, because he just mistook a 30-year-old woman in a Hellraiser t-shirt for Atrus. Now, I don't know about you, but I very much do not look like Atrus. Oh, what's that? Savidra, what are you doing? Seems he's rather adamant on on trying to get something in that center area there, and working on something back there. I wonder what he's fiddling with. You know, Exile is an interesting game in the sense that it kind of builds on that paranoia of Riven. On Myst, it's a very liminal, lonely experience. You don't really have anyone on the island with you, or any of the ages with you. On Riven, you have people with you, but they don't want anything to do with you, and a lot of them are very much not interested in helping you, or are actively trying to maybe harm you in certain cases. And then in Exile, you're stuck on these ages. No way back to Tamana or Earth where you belong. No way to get to your friends, your friends who you know would help you in this situation. With a very, very unstable man, which is its own kind of nerve-wracking. Now, when we went up the elevator earlier, we saw there was something underneath it, so seems like maybe we should see what happens if we send the elevator up on its own. You know, I wonder what Savidra is thinking, seeing this elevator keep going up and down. You know, I mean, like, he's just like what is this? What is Atrus doing? Why is he playing with the elevator? What thoughts are going through your head, Savidra? What up? What's going on, friend? You seem a little bit not all there anyway, but what are you thinking when seeing this elevator go up and down? I wonder if you could have sent it up there and he'd be talking to nobody if you sent the elevator up and be like, hey, Atrus, is that you? And there's nobody in the elevator. Oh. Looks like we have a series of puzzles. I mean, 15 years. I haven't done these puzzles in a long, long time. These kind of look like some diagrams that we saw in Savidra's journal, don't they? Huh. Let's take a look at that. Alrighty. Okay, I getcha, yeah. I think I see what I need to do. I like his little numerical system there, it's pretty cool. I wonder if that's how his people on Narayan number things. I'd be interested in learning a little more about that, it's never really explained. We got other things we gotta do though. Well, we've clicked that in place. That gear's in place. What's in his book? Ah, yes. So if we click this a little bit more to set the counter weight, it's already unnerving enough. I wonder if there's a way, if he wanted to, he could potentially, possibly send the elevator down, send it tumbling down on top of us. Oh, I don't want to think about that. I think I want to get out of this well. I don't want to think about that at all. That's deeply, deeply upsetting. Deeply upsetting. Looks like the elevator works now. Let's see. You know, I'm surprised I even remembered half of some of the stuff that I remember. I guess we have to go confront him now. I'm not too keen on confronting an unstable person who very clearly has weapons. He very clearly could be armed. Oh no, did I not fix it the right way? Oh, it didn't get fixed. Oh no. Something's wrong. something's wrong, I messed something up, something didn't get fixed properly. Let's go back down and try that again. Let's even figure out what I didn't fix right. Was sure I had it. Myst III Exile is a fairly non-difficult game. I would say it's about as difficult as Myst is, which I would say is not difficult at all. Very much so, not that difficult at all, but again, about as difficult as Myst is, and a lot of the criticism that Exile got, aside from it not being created by Cyan themselves and their world proper, their workers proper, I would say it also has the distinction of being considered one of the easier Myst games and kind of a departure from how difficult Riven was. And some fans did not gel with that. They did not like that. Well, that looks right. One, two facing out. Is that? Oh, that's what I forgot. Phantom's a silly person. Phantom is silly. I thought I clicked that. My bad. I have forgotten a lot about how things work on these ages. Okay, now for real we go face Savidro and hopefully don't die, because, kind of scares me a little bit, guys. He scares me a little bit. Can't be the only one. He scares me a little bit. Here goes nothing. Oh god, I hope I don't get my brains bashed in with a hammer or a book or something. Oh! You know, Brad Dourif's amazing at getting these intense portrayals down and just making you believe how intense and scary he is, and he does amazing work in this game, as I remember. Again, 15 years and that performance still sticks with me. Hey, Savidro, uh-oh. Hey, wait, no, hey, wait, no, we got a friend! Oh. Oh, boy. That's no good. On the one hand, I'm kind of glad I don't have to face him. On the other hand, that's a problem for us. We kind of need his input. We need him to send the book back. Oh? Oh, god damn it. He really could have set that elevator down on top of us. Ah! He was fully within his power to do that. He did not. Kind of makes you wonder. He could easily have killed us. He thinks we're Atrus, remember. He could easily have killed us. That means he wants Atrus, who he thinks we are, to suffer. He has some sort of, thing planned. He did talk about revenge in his journal. Huh? Gotta get into wherever that... Oh! Well, as an ending this game, hitting random buttons causes something good to happen. Atrus?
My sons, I promised to teach you the secrets of my ages. This world is the first step on your journey. Search the island, and you'll find 3 linking books. Each connects to an age in which you must fulfill.
Oh,
Hello, Atrus.
Not Atrus! I thought we went over this!
Long time. Sorry I'm not there to greet you in person, but I just didn't think it would be wise, considering how long I've been stuck here. Trapped in these lesson ages by 2 very greedy little boys. Your sons, Atrus, Cirrus, and Achenar. Of course, they're not so little anymore, not so innocent. I thought a lot about innocence these last few years and what happens when it gets lost. Worried about relation? I have it. Worried about friends, relatives, people you can't get back. I know just how you feel. But if you want to do something about it, you're gonna have to open this device. And there's just one problem. I've changed the 3 symbols that do that. So if you want to reclaim relation, you're gonna have to take your own class.
Is there a final exam, Savitro?
Find the 3 symbols, Atrus. And don't keep me waiting forever.
What are you gonna do if I don't, fam? What are you dead ass gonna do if I don't? I could easily jump down there and just get to the book. What if I don't find the symbol, Savitro? What are you gonna do about that? I'm not sure there's much you can do about that, friend. Oh? Oh. Oh, I see now, okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, alright. Oh! Yeah, now I remember this puzzle. Now I remember this puzzle. The camera puzzle that has its own issues with depth of field. I'm gonna take some screenshots here. Because those dots there look a bit like some sort of code. Maybe there's something we need to find along that code. Yeah. Looks like Savito's kind of messed with the cameras here too. Being a little difficult to operate. Sharpen it. There we go. And then go to the next one. And yes, this is kind of the basic how we get into the ages in Exile. Oh, he's really messed up this one. Enhance! 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 There we go. Just about done. Now, I will be going to ages in a specific order here. I'm going to try to go in a specific order. I believe there's a certain order you want to go for the story to make it the most plot accurate and relevant, but I'm going to also kind of go based on kind of my gut feeling a little bit. Just whichever we can kind of get to begin with. So we've got that information going on, and the rest of the game to explore, the rest of the world to explore. So I was a little bit lying when I said we didn't know the name of this age, when we were talking to Atrus' recording there. This age is called Jananan. I believe it's actually a Narayani word that means the beginning, or beginning. It might be Dunny, I'm not sure. Jack Wall did create the Narayani language. You heard a little bit of it in the intro to Exile. He also called it a Dunny dialect, which I don't think I agree with. It sounds a bit too much unlike Dunny to be a dialect of Dunny. So we did a little bit of a walk around of the ages. How can we see if we can figure out exactly how to open the way to some of these ages? One of them, at least. You know what? Let's start with this one. Let's see what this does. Oh. I do not like that noise that just panned across my earballs. Jack Wall. And your marvelously unnerving soundtrack. Oh? Oh. Well, we can't reflect it that way. That post seems to be broken. Ugh. So we're gonna have to go around. Almost seems like there's a bit of a code to how this is going. Oh, well that's not gonna help us. Let's see what happens when we bounce these around. Oh, green. Of course. Roy G. Biv. We remember Roy G. Biv, our good friend Roy G. Biv. Now, like I said earlier, there was a lot of hubbub with the fans about Myst Exile being considered a little too easy, but I think it makes sense for Exile to be considered a little easier. After all, these are lesson ages that Atrus wrote for his sons, right? And they weren't exactly very old when they visited these ages. They're like maybe, I think like 18, like 14, 15 years old, not very long at all. Not very old at all. So of course the ages wouldn't be super, super difficult to solve. These would be like baby's first puzzles for them. We know how Atrus loves his puzzles. I don't like the voices. I don't like the voices. Now you hear the dynamic music going on in the background. Again, that's because Jack Wall wanted to create a very dynamic tapestry for the game. He wanted it to be, again, like I said, like a movie soundtrack. It does lead to a very eerie, paranoid atmosphere in the game, and I think it's brilliant. Well, that's not the way I wanted to go. Nope. Is it going the right way now? Are you pointing the right way? There we go. Ah, yes. But yes, this is one of those puzzles that I'm shocked I'm kind of remembering. I'm just kind of following buttons and thinking about it. Guess it's not really much of a puzzle now that I think of it. Oh? Yeah, we need the light to bounce through that way. It should be going towards the... But that's not the way I want it to go. I want to go this way. There we go. But yes, since these are lesson ages, you have to realize Savidro has been stuck on the equivalent of an elementary school classroom for however many years. We don't know how long he's been stuck here. Could have been a long time. Could have been a very long time. Could you imagine being stuck in like an elementary school classroom for years? Ugh. Kids scare me as a general rule. I don't want to be stuck in an elementary school classroom. Think of all the germs alone. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Now let's see if I remember the pattern. I believe it was yellow, blue, green, red, yellow, purple, red. Yellow, green, blue. Yellow, blue, green, red, yellow, purple, red. Let's see if I remember that. Oh. Yellow, blue, green, red, yellow, purple, red. Hey! I got it first try! There we go! Well, that certainly opens up some possibilities. Where are we going? What is this? Oh? Huh. Looks like I'm gonna have to bring up something here. Let me see my, recordings here. I believe the far marble kind of goes here. And then this innermost marble kind of goes a little below. And then we got this, the second was marble a little to the left. And then we got a little bit of that. And then this one, on the very far edge, kind of a little bit further than that. No? Huh. Maybe it's this one that goes there. And that one goes kind of there. There we go. Did I get it? Yeah, that's what it was. Hell yeah! We've accessed a new age. Voltaic. Ooh. Doing that glorious flyby. But I don't think we should link just yet. I think we ought to save that for the next video. before we head anywhere looking before we link. So until next time, this has been your Phantom Safety Pin. This has been Myst III Exile. We've explored a little bit of Jananin and the surrounding areas, and next time, Voltaic awaits.